Hey there friends, I'm Matt, and welcome to my 100 Days of Gratefulness, a project designed to be able to help me towards one of my larger goals in life, which is to find gratitude in every waking moment. Today is day 44, and what I'm grateful for today are coloring apps for the iPad, specifically the one that I've been using today, Pigment. Now, throughout my entire life, I have never been what you would call creative. Drawing, whenever I was younger, always sucked. Coloring, not very good at it. Painting, get out of here. All of these different ways of being what you would call creative or artistic, they never vibed with me. I played the violin, but that was the extent of my artistic talent, if that's what you would call it. And I wonder, why exactly was that? Why exactly did that happen? I think part of it is that I was naturally not very good at the beginning, and then that ended up making it so that I wasn't very encouraged to go about continuing and trying, playing around. And I think that the other part was I was so obsessed with something being good enough that I was never willing to experiment. So for some reason, I decided to look up coloring apps, and I found these ones today, or I was actually looking for uses for my Apple Pencil, and I found that there's coloring apps. And whenever I opened the first one up, I'll be honest, it was very, very intimidating. But I'm thankful for finding this, because I think that this could have a very profound impact on my life. Now, this is definitely so far away and it's a very beginner stage compared to something like me actually drawing and creating something, but it's similar in the way that there's more or less a blank canvas. Sure, there's lines and you're able to fill those things in, but it's all white. You get to determine where exactly these things go. And for me, that's a little bit intimidating. That was a little bit scary. And it was this part of, wow, this is just going to suck. But that's okay, because it encourages me to go about it even though I know it's going to suck at the start. That's what happens with everything whenever we're just starting off. So with something like this, it gives me the opportunity every single day to have this blank canvas and to put myself out there. Not that these are going to be shared with anybody, but put myself out there with myself. Encourage myself to be able to go forth with something even whenever I know the end result may not be that great. Do it for the joy of it. Do it for the actual presence of the activity. Do it just to do it. So we'll see where this ends up going, but I think this is an amazing new opportunity to play with a new type of creativity. A type of creativity that for most of my life I've really pushed aside because it wasn't that good. But how would I expect it to be able to go from horrible to mediocre if I don't even put any sort of work into it? So I wonder about you. Is there anything out there, maybe a technology, maybe something that you can try out, a skill that for the longest time you haven't been good at, and just embrace the sucking, embrace that first step? And maybe you find that you truly don't like it. And at that point, there's no point in continuing. There's so many things that we can do with our lives. But just because we didn't like something at a certain phase, that doesn't mean that now it couldn't be a part of our lives. It doesn't mean that now there's not lessons that we could be able to learn now that we're older and hopefully a little bit wiser. So that's what I got for today. Hope that you have an incredible, incredible day. Hope it's incredibly blessed until we talk tomorrow. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Bye, friends.